I Ching 4.0. Comprehend heaven's law, grasp heaven's secret, align with heaven's way. Hello everyone, I'm Lưu Nguyễn Đào Nguyên, the author of I Ching 4.0. This is the 15th video, discussing the Vaticination in I Ching 2.0, the line denotation and the 10 wings in I Ching 3.0, and the combination predicts in I Ching 4.0. In its early stages, the I Ching consisted only of symbolic diagrams, making interpretation challenging and inconsistent. To address this, King Wen of the Zhou dynasty composed the Vaticination, a set of explanations for all 64 hexagrams, which laid the groundwork for more coherent and accessible divination. The Vaticination can be seen as the pivotal milestone that transformed Yi into I Ching, the classic of changes. Also known as the I Ching. The Vaticination is one of the most reliable parts of I Ching 2.0 and 3.0. As it is unlikely that King Wen could have imagined it all by himself, it must have originated from authoritative data sources. Over the course of thousands of years, at least 1700 years from the time of King Fuxi, who initiated the I Ching, to when King Wen wrote the Vaticination, previous Chinese feudal dynasties continuously engaged in divination, making conjectures, comparing them with actual events, and documenting, or memorizing, their findings. This led to the accumulation of a vast amount of data, both written and unwritten, which was continuous and highly practical, although it still contained errors. Like any scientific field based on statistical data, this formed the foundation for King Wen to summarize and write the Vaticination. Subsequently, building upon the foundation of the Vaticination, Zhou Gong wrote the line denotation, which explains and analyzes the 384 lines of the 64 hexagrams. The line denotation was primarily written based on the symbols of the hexagrams and the nature, positions, and responsiveness of the lines, resulting in interpretations that are often ambiguous, multi-layered, and difficult to comprehend. However, the line denotation is still useful for those who wish to reference how ancient scholars interpreted the lines of the hexagrams. In I Ching 4.0, scholar Lưu Nguyễn Đào Nguyên has compiled a completely new section called Combination Predicts, to interpret the 64 combinations based on new insights into the I Ching and the 5 elements. Therefore, the Combination Predicts may present perspectives that differ from the Vaticination and the line denotation. The Combination Predicts consists of 2 parts, general interpretation and component analysis. The general interpretation predicts and offers advice on each combination, such as whether it will be smooth or difficult, gain or loss, whether caution is needed, etc. The component analysis, on the other hand, analyzes the impact and influence of the 3 fundamental factors, i.e. 3 duality counterparts, involved in the interaction, which determine the direction of transformation in phenomena. These include the destiny of the subject of the transaction, represented by the human line, and the 2 accompanying forces of matter and qi, represented by the earth line and the heaven line. The 10 wings was added to the I Ching 3.0 by later scholars, particularly Zhou Gong. The content of the 10 wings primarily discusses ethics, morality, and human relations, and is heavily based on subjective interpretation rather than a solid foundation of metaphysical reasoning. Additionally, many parts of the 10 wings are redundant, ambiguous, and biased. For these reasons, I Ching 4.0 does not include or discuss the 10 wings. This concludes video number 17. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest videos. Thank you for watching. I Ching 4.0. Comprehend heaven's law, grasp heaven's secret, align with heaven's way.